Good morning, guys. But first, some cafecito to start off my morning. So I did already go ahead and moisturize with my all-time favorite moisturizer. I did apply my lip balm with some Vaseline. I primed my lids with this heavy-duty concealer by Hard Candy. And I did my eyebrows off camera using the Anastasia Dip Brow in Ebony. So I'm going to go ahead and use this eyeshadow palette that I got from a BoxyCharm. And what I'm using here is an off-white eyeshadow. Just really packing that onto my brow bone, setting it, making sure my brow bone doesn't look oily. So yeah, so I'm just setting it here. And I'm going to go ahead and use the palette that I'm going to be using for my whole eye look. It's going to be from Morphe Brushes. And the number is 25A. And then I'm applying this really beautiful brown shadow here with this flat brush. This brush I received in a monthly BoxyCharm package as well. So I'm just really going in with this color and really packing it on and keeping it only onto my lid. I'm not going any further. Just really packing it onto my lid, doing the same thing on the other eye, getting it nice and intense. I always enjoy doing a brown smoky eye. You can never go wrong with a brown smoky eye. So now I'm going in with these two transition colors, and I'm just really going to blend out that lid color, really diffusing it so seamlessly. And it's going to work really good with those two transition colors that I used. So I'm just really blending it here. Really blending it. And then as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and really bring that color, that transition color up to my brow bone. Not all the way up, but pretty... It's going to be pretty up just because I have a really big crease. So I have a lot of space to work with. As you can see, it's really coming together so beautifully. Just really making sure that I'm blending. Doing the same thing on the other eye. Getting rid of those harsh lines. Just really, really blending that color out. Diffusing it into the transition and upper brow bone. And I was getting into my gangsta music, you guys. And don't mind my hair throughout the video, you guys. This was morning. I was getting ready to take my son to a doctor's appointment. So I decided to record for you guys. So now I'm going in with the same shade that I applied on my lid. But this time I'm using a different brush. I'm using a really small crease brush to blend that. Just keeping it right on the crease. I'm not going any further up. Really keeping it right on the crease to blend in. To blend out, that transition color that you guys seen me go back and forth with. Just really blending it, keeping it onto the crease. I did the same thing on the other eye. Now I'm going in with a much fluffier brush, and I'm going in with this really nice chocolate brown, matte brown color, and I'm keeping it right on the crease again. So these colors that I'm going to be using, I'm not going to be going any further up. I'm just keeping it right on the crease. Doing the same thing on the other eye. And if you see that one eye is a little bit more intensified than the other, don't worry, you guys. You guys can always go back and add. That's what you're going to pretty much see me do throughout the whole video. Is just really just add and blend, add and blend, add and blend. It's always easier to add than to take away. So now I'm going to go in with an even more fluffier brush. And I'm going to go ahead and add this really beautiful red brick color. And I'm going to go ahead and blend out that brown color that I applied before. And I'm applying that, like I said, towards my upper brow bone. So seamlessly. And as you can see, it's starting really to come together. And then I'm going to go back and forth with those two colors that I've been working with and really pack that onto my lid. Like I said, if you guys see that some of the colors are kind of fading away, don't worry. You can always go back and add. Like I said, it's always better to add than to take away. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And I like to tap my brush out because I feel like these Morphe brushes eyeshadow tend to have a lot of fallout. So that's why I really just make sure that I tap the excess off. Now I'm going back with this really even more darker brown. More like an espresso color. And it has like really gold reflexes. And I'm just keeping that color right on the crease. Really blending out that crease out for you guys. I love this color. And then I'm going to go back with that fluffy brush that I used to apply that that chocolate brown color, and I'm just blending out that crease, making sure everything is nice and blended. You don't want to see no harsh lines. You don't want to see where the shadows start and end. So now I'm going in with the makeup wipe, and I'm just really cleaning my canvas out. Like I said, the Morphe brushes shadows tend to have a lot of fallout. So you want to really make sure you have a nice, clean, smooth canvas before you apply your eyeshadow. Getting it nice and ready for my foundation. So now I'm color correcting, you guys. This is a very important step for me, especially because I'm a dark girl. No matter if I'm doing a very natural or beat to the gods look, I have to color correct. There's just no way I can't. So I'm just color correcting here because I have a little bit of discoloration around my mouth and underneath my eyes. So this is a very important step for me, and it should be for you guys too. If you guys have some discoloration or dark circles, I promise you it'll make a difference. So now I'm setting that color correcting concealer with some Airspun translucent powder. This is really gonna give you a full coverage when you set that color correcting concealer. And now I'm just applying my favorite drugstore foundation by Wet n Wild, and I did go ahead and use a small eyeshadow brush to really dig up that foundation because I'm running out, you guys. It's been my holy grail lately, and I'm only doing one coat, a little bit more cafecito, you guys. And the brush I'm using here is, I believe, a Morphe brush. I don't know the name of it. I've had it for a while. It already faded out, and I'm just really blending in that neck. You girls really need to blend that neck. I remember I used to be that girl that never blended her neck, but I learned. So I'm just really using dabbing motions, like more like patting motions, to really give me a full coverage. And I only used one coat, you guys. The coat that you guys see me apply is the only coat that I use. I didn't go back and put more. There's just one layer does it for me, especially because it was hot where I was going. So I really didn't want my face to feel too cakey, especially with foundation. Don't get me wrong, you guys, I love me a cakey full coverage look, but today we only did one coat. So I'm making sure that I blend it around my eyebrows, making sure that it's really nice and blended, you guys. This little do-rag, or whatever you guys want to call it, that I have around my head is really important for me because a big pet peeve of mine is I hate to get makeup on my hair. So now I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm just concealing here. As you can see, it's really close to my skin tone. This concealer is in the color Almond, my favorite, guys. So I'm just concealing here. It's very important to conceal. And then I did go ahead and use the same concealer that I applied as my eyeshadow base. This one is by Hard Candy in the color Light. It's a really full coverage concealer. So I always conceal first. I use a concealer closest to my skin tone, and then I use one to highlight that's maybe 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. And I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with this e.l.f. Beauty blender. You guys, these e.l.f. beauty blenders are so affordable. They're like $10 for 2. I kid you not, they're probably even fluffier than the beauty blenders. And I know because I personally own the beauty blenders. And this e.l.f. Cosmetics sponges work the bomb, you guys. I purchased them at Walmart. So as you can see here, I'm really blending out those 2 concealers, that highlight and that concealer. If you see that that you might have messed up, or that I might have messed up along the way with my eyeshadow, if I got a little bit of concealer on my eyeshadow, don't worry. You can always go ahead and fix those little mistakes that you might have made along the way. So I'm just really blending out that concealer. And as you guys can see, I'm going to go back with my foundation brush, and I'm really going to just blend everything out. It's very important you go back and you blend everything out. You don't want to see where your concealer and all that end. And now I'm going in with my Holy Grail setting powder, Airspun in the color Translucent. You guys, I purchased this at Walmart. Very affordable. I'm setting my eyebrows, my forehead, a little bit of my nose. And I don't bake, you guys, just because it leaves me dry and creasy at the bottom. So I'm good on baking. Now I'm going in with my MAC Studio Fix in NC42, just applying my compact, bringing in some color back to my skin. And then I went in with my HOOLA by Benefit contour powder, and I snatched the shit out of my nose, you guys. And then I got the same powder that I used on my nose, a contour powder, and I'm just contouring my cheekbones and underneath my neck. But I am using a dual fiber brush. I feel like this brush just really gives it more like a airbrush finish. It doesn't leave it so harsh. Really applying it everywhere. And then I'm going in with my Prestige Cosmetics bronzer. I don't have the name of it because I've had it for a while and it faded out. Just really bringing some warmth to the face and the skin. Bringing my features back to life, you guys. Starting to look really beautiful. And then I am using this Milani Cosmetics baked blush in the name Carolina. I love baked blushes, you guys, especially for summertime. It looks so natural. I used to never be that girl that used to wear blush, but I love me a baked blush. So now I'm going to go ahead and use this angled brush by BH Cosmetics. I'm not too sure, you guys. The brushes that I have, I've had for a really long time. So some of them don't even have numbers or names on them. And then I'm just going in with that first color that I had applied on my eyelid. And I'm just going in on the bottom lash and applying the same. And then that brush that you guys see me use to apply that first brown shadow on my lid, I'm using that brush and I'm adding that espresso color, the one I told you guys has a little bit of gold reflexes. And I'm keeping that color just right on my lash line. I don't want my bottom lash line to look really dark and smoky, being that it's daytime. So then I went in with this BH Cosmetic angle brush and I'm applying this coppery rose gold color right onto my tear duct. And as you guys can see, it really, that tear duct shimmery color really made my my eye makeup really pop out. Now I'm tight lining with my Italia Deluxe eyeliner in, I believe it is in dark brown. Espresso, I mean. Then I'm adding some good old mascara. Nothing fancy about this, but this mascara is my all-time favorite. I've been using it since high school. It's by L'Oreal, called Voluminous Carbon Black. Getting my eyelashes nice and prepped for my falsies. And then I went on and I did go ahead and add some nice brown lip liner, you guys. You can never go wrong with brown lip liner. You know me, I had to have my brown lip liner. My favorite. Getting it ready for my lip concussion. This is by Italia Deluxe in the color Espresso. And then the lipstick that I'm using is by City Color. It doesn't have a name because it came from a collection. Just a regular nude color, you guys. Can find any nude color. And then this was my favorite part. My Lipglass by MAC in the color See-Thru. As you guys can see, it added a really nice, beautiful touch to this makeup look. A really nice, sexy lip color. And then I did go ahead and use my favorite lashes by Amore Us in the number 702. Love these lashes. I did go ahead and apply some black lash glue off camera. So now I am just fixing my lashes, making sure they look nice and poppin'. You guys, I was getting into my West Side Connection here. I love me some good old West Side Connection. So then I did go ahead and apply the other lash offline. And then I'm going to spray some Fix Plus to bring everything together, all those powders nice and blended. Fixing my hair for you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.